At 19 years old, I developed severe tinnitus, and I was terrified, I was desperate, and I was completely alone. The NT told me, there's really nothing we can do, you're just going to have to live with it. And then he sent me home. I'm tinnitus coach Frieda, and this very significant experience in my tinnitus journey led me to become a tinnitus coach and the founder of MyTinnitus.Club. And in this little video, I'm going to tell you why MyTinnitus.Club and our community is different from every app, course, treatment, or forum out there. Welcome. So let me be very honest with you. There are lots of tinnitus apps out there. Some of them are CBT apps, some of them are sound therapy apps, some of them are meditation apps, some of them combine these approaches. And you know, generally, some of them are pretty good and have very valuable information. But here's the one core problem with this. These apps, they treat tinnitus like a solo problem that you're supposed to solve on your own. You download the app, you watch some pre-recorded videos within the app, you do some exercises by yourself, and you track your progress on a chart. That's like what generally many of these apps look like. But when you're struggling at 2 a.m. and your tinnitus is screaming at you, and you're thinking that you will never get better with this, then the app isn't really there for you. The algorithm of that app does not know that you're suffering in this moment and how much you're suffering. And those pre-recorded videos cannot respond to your individual and specific situation, right? Because they can't, right? They do a very broad outlook. And this particular isolation that you then feel because you don't feel more understood, you get a general approach, but you don't feel more understood, that makes your tinnitus worse. And this is what I have learned with working with over 700 people, single tinnitus coachings, but also inside MyTinnitus.Club. Your nervous system does not learn safety from an algorithm. It learns safety from other human beings that make this journey their individual success story. And while some of these apps have amazing and very, very good, they cannot do what other humans do in a group. And this is not only motivational talk, right? I'm not only trying to motivate you to join the community or a club. Even, I said it before, if you engage with the people here on YouTube, right? You get a stronger sense of being connected to other people who share the same mentality and who are trying to get through this thing in a similar way as you do. This is neuroscience. We are wired to co-regulate. We are wired to be together with other people who are going through or who have already been through what we are going through at this time. And these apps, they cannot give you that, but our community can. And that's exactly why I built MyTinnitus.Club differently. Let me take you back to when I was 19 years old. I was born deaf in my left ear, so I only had one functioning ear, which is my right ear, which by now I also wear a hearing aid in. And you know, when I was 19, I used to go to concerts and clubs quite a lot before. So then one morning I woke up with that ringing. And that ringing and that severe high-pitched tinnitus that I have now was initially very terrifying for me. Of course, like many of the thoughts were like, I only have this one ear, that's it, I'm done, right? I screwed up. And then I went to the ENT, I explained to him what happened, and I was really desperate for like hearing something that he'd say like, oh yeah, we can do this, we can give you a treatment, and but he honestly really said, there's nothing really we can do to help. Be sure to protect your hearing a lot more in the future, but that was it, right? No support, no resources, no follow-up, just, you know, figure it out. So right. I did what most people do, right? I Googled tinnitus, I read really bad stories on online forums, I tried many different supplements and sound therapy and every supposed cure that you can find out there. And the worst thing of all of it was that I felt completely alone. And I was so young, not many people at my age experienced tinnitus, right? So I literally felt like I was the only person going through this. So when I finally decided to go out on my own, become a tinnitus coach, and 4 years later, so 3 years ago, starting MyTinnitus.Club, My number one thought was, if I had something like this at 19 years old, then my prognosis of dealing with this condition would have been completely different. So what if I can give back to the world and the community with people with tinnitus and create a space, a safe space, where people can learn the most effective tools for tinnitus habituation in a 12 weeks online program, and at the same time be supported on a daily basis by real people who understand and who go through exactly the same thing. I built what I needed when I was 19 years old, and I wish it had existed back then. So let me tell you a little bit what MyTinnitus.Club exactly is and what it isn't. First of all, it is a 12-week ACT-based community program. And here's the structure, right? We have weekly group coaching sessions with myself as the host. You can ask questions live during those meetings, not pre-recorded. And you're joined by other people from all over the world with tinnitus who are further along the journey, less further along the journey. Everyone is welcome, and whatever you feel, it's completely okay. I'm sure that many other people have experienced it before. We have a guide system where people who have been on this habituation journey for longer and who've been in the club and decided to stay in the club support other members who are earlier on in their journey and help them to find the right tools for their strategy. So it's really, really important that you know that you're not only joining this and then you're in a group with people who also don't know what to do, but there are people who've been through this, who have successfully habituated and who know how to use the tools and resources in the club to help you out and support you as well. And you know, we have this beautiful forum where we have a daily success stories chat. And this is something, it's an ecosystem that is bigger than myself as a coach. It is something that has developed in a beautiful, supportive community from people with tinnitus for people with tinnitus. And you will see people in our community spotlight who joined the community maybe more than 6 months ago and who came out the other side after struggling exactly like you. And that is the real evidence, the real social proof that what you need to do is, first of all, believe habituation is possible, join a space that is supportive and where other people are doing exactly the same, where you feel validated and can co-regulate, and then slowly prepare your brain for lasting tinnitus habituation. All these resources are inside MyTinnitus.Club, ready for you to be used in order to teach your brain that you assemble all of these tools together. People, resources, live group coaching, the access to a place that's open 24/7 with people from all over the world in different time zones, that you are not alone. So here's the number one thing again that makes MyTinnitus.Club different from all the other apps and treatments out there. You're never interacting with a chatbot or a progress tracker. You're never interacting only with an AI that is a language model giving you pre-recorded or fabricated answers. You're interacting with me and people from all over the world who understand exactly what you're going through. They understand the stress and anxiety tinnitus causes. They understand the despair and difficult thoughts and feelings that tinnitus causes. Because like myself, they have been through this too. And I never said, we promise you silence in 7 days, right? This is a 12 weeks guided framework where your nervous system can learn the tools and habits that you need in order to go from bothersome to non-bothersome tinnitus. It is not a quick fix or quick cure because these don't exist. Look at the success stories interviews that we have with Agi and Rick, people with severe tinnitus who have habituated and who successfully, happily live their life after tinnitus. So if you're tired of doing this alone, if you're tired of app supplements and sound therapy and online forums, if you're ready to go deeper into nervous system work and learn how to apply ACT in a way that is meaningfully supporting your brain to habituate, then you're ready to commit for the 12 weeks program and no real quick fixes, this is the place for you to go. If you're looking for a magic cure, if you want passive content you consume alone all the time, if you're not ready to engage with other people, then this might not be for you. But if you're ready for this, then I can tell you we love to have you, and check us out at www.mytinnitus.club, and we'd be so grateful to have you as part of our ever-growing worldwide online tinnitus habituation community. If you liked this video, if you want to support me in building this process of MyTinnitus.Club, or if you want personal coaching, then go to www.habituate.online and find all the further resources like a tinnitus habituation quiz or my free 4-day email course to getting started with tinnitus habituation. And subscribe and like this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And I'd be really, really grateful to have you here for the next video or see you inside MyTinnitus.Club. Thank you for this. And at 19 years of age, I did not think that I would ever sit here with more than 100,000 subscribers, making YouTube videos on tinnitus, something that has been very debilitating in my life and my hearing conditions. But I'm very grateful that I do get to do this, and I thank you guys all for your support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.